Extra point by Morrell, and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible with...
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
Well, for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's got room.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield. So the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. First down carry by Elliott. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Prescott.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He didn't spike it, he faked it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Prescott from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Prescott off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Running right through him and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So in even territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On play action, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
53 yards.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
From the 6.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that is incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Play action now. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turned it into a short gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Prescott on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And for for the fourth time tonight. It's an interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. But they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 47 yards.
And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll roll him out right. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. They'll let Elliott try and run it in.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Bryan Anger now as the drive goes backwards. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here's Jackson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Jackson to throw.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Throwing, Jackson.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
One last shot for Jackson. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. The squib kick taken in right around the 32. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Throwing here, Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And now here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles.
They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Closing them throughout, one team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.